All right, traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. As you guys are tuning in, hit that thumbs up, and if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to our channel. So, red day recap today. Small scratch trade today. We're down 450. A little disappointing though, considering that it was such a crazy start to the day. Guys, we had a stock VTGN that just went nuts. You know, I don't even know what to say. I mean, this is pretty impressive, right? We we've seen a lot of crazy things before, but it seems like, the bar is always going to be set higher. The records are meant to be broken. I've seen stocks go to $60 before over the course of a few hours, the course of a day, but never in 10 minutes or in two candles in this case from, 22 to 60. And I mean, this thing just, I wish I had remembered to turn on my recording. I didn't, uh, in terms of level two data, but I mean, VTGN, I don't know if it was a combination of just short sellers and maybe something else. I mean, I have no idea, but this thing just absolutely went crazy. And I remember this candle here, or maybe it was this candle at 12 that I pulled this thing up. I started either logging in or doing something with Discord, something like that, for like 30 seconds or maybe a minute. You look back, it's like thing is it's at $27. I couldn't even understand what was happening here. It's like we went from I just saw us at 12, 13. Okay, if we'd gotten to 14, 15, you know what I'm saying? But this thing went to 27, and then in my head I'm like, oh man, it's just it's already too late. Green candles, just green candles, green candle. And I think this is where some aggressive traders can really shine. Because for someone like me seeing it here, it's like I'm thinking this thing might need to pull back a little bit. Maybe it might be on the backside somewhere here. Even this candle shoots up, it's a bit of a higher wick, but then it consolidates, and I start saying, nah, man, it's just so high up. We're now at $29. I am very careful of trading this price range in the open, much less for pre-market. But for anybody who took the 1 minute candle to just make the new high right here, I mean, we had a low of 23.01 and a high of 25.32. So of course it still had a range to it here. But if you only bought for break of 25 or anything like that, and was willing to hold at least 20, 30, 40, 50 seconds, you made a minimum of $10 a share. Whether you're in with 100 shares, 10 shares, um, you know, and for those of you who sized up 1,000 shares, 2K shares, 3K shares, I mean, just like that, you're having an incredible day. And so I got to take a moment to shout out MX Trading, aka Save, in Discord, who did trade this stock and did 24,000 on it. I believe majority of the gains, or at least 10,000 or so, coming in pre-market, 10, 15K. Absolutely crazy, absolutely incredible. Shout out to all of you who took it, and hopefully no one in our community got caught buying it too high and then stopping out lower, because that could also happen pretty easily. But I mean, man, so after this happened, I'm like, okay, it must mean that we're gonna have a great day. There's gonna be another stock in the same sector, or just a different stock in a different sector that's also gonna be somewhat strong. And so from there, for me, it was a matter of, okay, let's start to try and look for the stock of the day. Which stock is gonna be the stock? BSCF didn't move until a little later, but I'm watching stocks like MF. MF I'm watching here. The 1 minute candle doesn't make the new high. It starts to pull away a little bit. I believe I get green $200. And then I size up aggressively. I size up aggressively on one of these candles and took a huge loss. I think 5,000 shares, about 12 cents, maybe a little bit more, or somewhere around there. And so from green 200 to red 200 immediately. And, then we sold off right here. Wasn't able to recover. So I did miss the breakout over, I think it was this candle here. The breakout over 3, it was inching up. I'm taking trades in here, small gains, small gains. It gets to 3. My first instinct is like, hey, buy and just hold. So I bought. I'm in for a few seconds, and I'm not seeing any buying. I'm like, you know what, man? Let's just get out of this thing. I sell another couple seconds. It rips 10, 15, 30, and then it pulls back to about 14. And I said, okay, nice. I hit the buy button twice, 5K shares. It flushes down to $3. So in fact, what is this, 34? Let me see if I can find this trade. We didn't really take that many trades today, so it shouldn't be that hard to find. Let's see. MF 34, 5,000 right here. We're in at 6. Well, I mean, look at my fills. I thought I was in at 15, but so this is, I'm in at 16 and 20 basically. But okay, the fill coming out is not as bad. 15 and 12. So that wasn't awful. But yeah, we still took a good sized loss right there. And I thought I stopped out at $3 for some reason. I think it proceeded to flush down at 3 is what happened. But anyhow, so we took a loss right there. And right here was not able to quite recover. In this consolidation, I was also still looking at other stocks, and missed the lows a couple times. I sometimes you guys might not notice, but I do get a little frustrated when those things happen. And this, in this moment here, missing this 1 minute double bottom, I kind of look back at the stocks like, of course I'm gonna miss it, right? But yeah, moving forward, we also had, let's come to positions. PSTX, this one, small loss, not really much to talk about there. SVFD, this is one of the more disappointing stocks for me today. This one, I started off in good condition. We had break of 35. I was not interested in it down here because we're below VWAP or below our key resistance. So I'm not touching it just yet. If not, I'd be trading it much earlier around 120. But it pushes up. We get to 134. I go long. I'm holding 1,500 shares into the halt. We resume, and I sold around 41 or 40, somewhere there, right from but 34 to 40 is not a huge trade. Only selling about 2 cents higher after the resumption. It then proceeds to rip all the way to 54, which I end up, missing the bulk of this move. I had the instinct to add. I don't know why I wasn't as aggressive as I needed to be on the add, and so I missed from 40 all the way to 54, which was not good. I could have been in at least 3,500 and rode the wave for 10 cents. From 40 to 50, that could have been a nice 350. And on this resumption here, it was so fast, we didn't really get a chance. It just kind of, it's showing a dip, but it just kind of went. Maybe, one order or so, maybe getting filled down there. From there, we resume lower, it pulls back. And I try down here, but the halt level is a little close. I get chopped out, it rips up. On the second attempt, I usually but I didn't take it. Was a little worried that it was, not going to work. And I think right here, just lack of confidence, not seeing a lot of winning trades to this point on the day. I don't take this one. It does go. Right here, I'm watching the resumption. It opens up, it flushes down. And so, where I'm expecting some continuation, it flushes down on me. So, another choppy area. And then it rips right back up. And then down here, a lot of, for me, hesitation, missed trades. I missed this low at 55. It goes higher. The 1 minute candle makes a new high. It halts at 175 for now another test of 5-day, and resumes lower again. So right here, it was like, man, what's going on? Why are we rejecting so many times? And again, with the other stock, I expected something stronger. So, again, right here, skeptical. It does hold. It pushes up. And I just had a hard time. And this is where I walked away. Once we started pulling away right here, just couldn't do anything. Only 16,000 shares traded, not quite getting the proper entries I wanted. I'm like, man, I'm just gonna throw in the towel and get out of here. TUP, not much there. VTGN we already spoke about, and YELL. This is the one that I what was this, 1 o'clock? So after I had some lunch, or I guess breakfast, because I didn't really eat lunch, but I came, I saw this one moving up. Not the best daily chart, I will say, but around 12:40, we started to curl right here. Let's see, is this the right date? No, it's not. I'm wondering. There we go, much better. Yeah, so around 12:40, we started to curl, and I started watching it right here as it broke over 88. And so break of 3, it pushes up to 315, it pulls back to 93. Big pullback here, but it ended up holding, and then we had lows at 97, and then it curled to a high 44. So with some smaller size, we were able to make 342, which reduced our deficit to 452, because we were definitely a lot more red. We were down 711 at the end of the live stream. To talk about the other one, BSFC, which we did skip over, BSFC, lastly. So this one, I think I missed this entire move here. Let's put on the show trades just to refresh our minds. I think I missed the entirety of that move. Yeah, so I, came back at the very end of it. What happened to me here was maybe a little bit of FOMO. I left before this move happened. I left right here. Right here is where I kind of left, right? And then I came back because I X'd out my E-Trade and my Thinkorswim, but my DAS was still open. So I was able to see level 2, and I saw the level 2 up at like 190. So I'm like, what? I'm like, are you kidding me? Of course it's, a big move like this once I go. But it wasn't me coming back to just trade nonsense. It was me coming back to trade the 1-minute candle to make the new high and a potential hold at the lows, but we didn't quite hold up here properly, and so I sold, and that was that. But worth a shot. But of course, what we needed to trade was this. If we could have gotten a good pullback trade, and then that would have been nice. Instead, we kind of missed everything. So right here, we had attempted a 3-bar play. I don't know, I just could not connect on. I don't know, man. Today, one of those days for me. But tomorrow, I'm already smiling. I'm already ready. Tomorrow I'm ready to go. So, 450, okay, cool. We'll be back tomorrow. And can we see some good price action? Can we see some good patterns? So with that being said, stay safe. I'll catch you guys. Stay green. It's been the Pastor. It's been Relentless Trader. It's been Tariq, whatever you guys call me. And I am signing out. Stay safe. Stay green.